LeBron may be questionable today in the Big Easy, but what is not in question is how close he is to passing Kareem, just 63 points away. Does he set a new career high and get the scoring title today? Put nothing past the King, and AD has been a big part of their success recently. Since his return, the Lakers are 3-1 when the brow suits up. Lakers and Pelicans meet for the second time this season. Tip-off coming up at 3 o'clock right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Lakers looking to win their third in a row. As we say hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Twin dealers. I'm Allie Clifton, joined by the Hall of Famer, big game James Worthy, the 5-time champ, Derek Fisher. There's a lot of spice going around. We've got a packed show to get to. So we dive right in. We're going to talk about it all. There are 29 games to go in this season, and it is a critical swing game today. The Lakers are 12th in the West, one game behind these Pelicans for 11th, 1.5 out of the final play-in spot. And as we've been saying, the West, it's tight, and there are just 3 games, the Lakers, behind the Mavs for 4th place. Pelicans are in a free fall, having lost 10 in a row. Zion Williamson is still out with a hamstring injury. So the Lakers go for a 3rd straight win, but as we know, it's never easy on the final game of a long road trip. So for the latest, let's get you to NOLA. Lakers reporter Mike Trudell is courtside as always. Hello, Mike.
Hey, what's happening, Allie? Welcome to New Orleans. And yes, this is the last game of the last super long road trip. The Lakers do have another couple slightly smaller ones in March. And so much going on, right? Everything you guys already talked about, from LeBron James to all of the trade rumors and everything that's been popping around. So with Darvin Ham, and just trying to figure out with him, all right, how do you get the team focused on this specific game? A hungry team that's lost 10 games in a row, desperate for a win, especially against a team, of course, that now has Anthony Davis from that trade back in the day. So here's Darvin talking about that and some other things.
And then, of course, everybody sees all the various rumors and tweets and this and that. How do you keep a locker room focused on the task at hand, which, tonight being the Pelicans, of course?
I mean, we've been playing some great basketball as of late, and, I just try to keep them focused by not allowing ourselves to get caught up in the fantasy basketball. That's the reality of it. And the other reality of it is, just like the 29 other teams, we have to do our due diligence to see how we can get better each and every day. Us as a coaching staff, with our players, what we're doing in a moment, Rob and the crew up in the front office, everybody collaborating, trying to see, what needs can be filled. And, if there's special talents out there that can enhance our chances to get to where we're trying to get to, then great. But until something is done, it's all hearsay, all rumor, innuendo. Again, we don't play fantasy basketball. When it's real, it's real. When it's not, we don't pay attention to it.
I'll start with LeBron. What do you think's allowed him to average 30 points a game this season? Obviously, the skill and the dedication to the craft, obviously. But how have you guys catered your offense to give him opportunities?
You beat me to it. It's the offense, Dave. No, we play totally coaching. Totally. He was right there. Now I'm the coach. He's about to pass the record. Like, come on. That extra push, Dan. No, but in all seriousness, I think what we wanted to do is, again, our mantra with our offense is to play fast, physical, and free with force. And the type of spacing we have when we run properly, when we move the ball, we attack, allows for him to be able to score. There's post-ups built in there, obviously transition when he gets it. Our running habits allows for the defense to be flattened out, and so there's open lanes to the rim. Our half-court sets, it's just a variety of ways we can use his skill set to attack. And, not just him, but AD, Russ, everybody, Dennis. So Austin, when he gets back, Lonnie, it's an equal opportunity offense. And so it's predicated on ball and body movement. And, again, there's a lot of things built into it that allows him to attack from various spaces, and then particularly the spaces that he likes.
All right, so there's Darvin Ham, guys, and so much going on here tonight. Allie, I don't know, LeBron 63. That'd be a lot. Can't put it past him. He's always going to play basketball the right way. And then just thinking about how to beat this Pelicans team, who has really been struggling to score without Zion Williamson just creating so much offense on the pressure he puts on the rim. They've been having to settle for a lot of jump shots. So, but yeah, that said, though, Lakers have to be on their P's and Q's on the defensive end because New Orleans is going to come out hard tonight trying to break their losing streak.
Indeed. We know you will always be on your P's and Q's, and if that record does get broken, you'll be ready for it, Mike Trudell. We'll be standing by for that. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you later in the show.
All right, guys.
Lakers have a chance to make it another good long road trip. They're 2-2 after 4 games. A win today means a happy flight home, 3-2. Easily could have 3 wins already, if not for, we already know, that Boston debacle. So, D-Fish, I'll start with you. Big picture, with this trip certainly in mind, of course. Just talk to you about the records and et cetera. I think also a part of all of this is since Anthony Davis's return, the team has won 3 of 4, which is a good sign. You've got Rui Hachimura now in the fold for 5 games. They're 3-2. What are you seeing from this squad? As I just mentioned, 29 games to go.
You know, the records of teams in the NBA now are not, you don't necessarily throw them away, but it's really hard to really determine how good a team is just based on their regular season record now with the injuries and, you know, the rest and the load management and all the things that factor into getting these elite players through 82 games. And so, to me, the Lakers are in as good a position as you could ask a team to be with this type of record. Great talent, great players, versatility. Darvin Ham is continuing to find his voice and the identity of the team in terms of offensively and defensively, how they want to play. And they are as competitive as a team in the league. Like, there is no team that you look at on paper and just say, oh, yeah, the Lakers have no chance of matching up against them. This road trip they're currently on, all 5 of these teams are play-in or playoff teams. They've been there every step of the way, obviously, other than the Brooklyn game where guys were out with injuries and rest. So I like where the Lakers are currently in terms of how they're playing. Of course, when you look at the standings, 29 games out, you're on the outside looking in. But it just takes a week for that to change. And the Lakers are looking like a team that can put together another good week coming up. And those are all good signs to me.
I think, too, with the 29 games remaining, urgency is one thing you wonder if the Lakers are well aware of. And you heard Anthony Davis say the other night, big game, it's not about just getting into the play-in, but they want to be a lock, which means that 6th seed. So having an understanding of winning right now, no matter what, who's in, who's out, is important.
Yeah, having experience, I would say, the last couple of seasons, you know, relying on other teams to win or lose down the stretch in order to get into playoffs is not where you want to be. And I'm sure they've experienced, you know, losing games that they know they should have won. I'm talking about last year in particular. So I think this year they are good enough. You know, before All-Star break, they're in a good place. Synergy is hard to come by, you know, especially when you've had so many different lineups that they've had. And they've stuck in there and maintained and sustained it, and now they're getting back in order. So if they can make a move here tonight, the last 2 games were big pickup wins. Get this one tonight, and then, you know, now you get confidence and momentum. And I think they just have bought into the philosophy from the beginning. They never gave up on their defense, and, you know, they are in a good place right now, despite the record.
We're certainly going to talk about the Pelicans coming up. Obviously, you see them right there, just a game ahead of the Lakers in the Western Conference standing. As we mentioned, the race is tight, will be down the stretch here. 29 games left to go for the Lakers. Keep it here on Spectrum Sportsnet for the Lakers and Pelicans. 4 straight games scoring in double digits for Dennis the Menace. He's coming off 12 points, 5 assists in Thursday's win against the